I read something this morning in Psalm 19 that I hope rejoices your heart, because it certainly rejoiced mine. And that thought of the rejoicing of the heart is found in Psalm 19, where he says, "The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart." What I'd never seen and never connected to our present experience of life, okay, is that hidden in Psalm 19 is part of the Lord's Prayer, where he says, "On earth as it is in heaven." Psalm 19 begins by saying, "The heavens declare the glory of God." And I want to skip on down just a bit where it says that the sun comes out of its chamber like a bridegroom and rejoices as a strong man would, okay, to run a race. So we see here the symmetry between the rejoicing of the sun and the statutes, the law of the Lord, rejoicing the heart, on earth as it is in heaven. Now, what's interesting to me about that came home this morning is some of the reading I've been doing in a book called The Heavenly City of the 18th Century Philosophers, Carl Becker. Get it, read it. And he notes in there that when Isaac Newton in the 17th century discovered that the laws of motion pertaining to the heavens also applied to the earth, mankind began to think, the Enlightenment philosophers of the 18th century, that, well, all we need now to understand how life is on earth is to just peer into science and learn from science the laws of science that shape and move things. You see, God became then irrelevant. Everything is happening just because of these laws of nature. And we didn't see that the symmetry, the harmony, the orderliness, the cycles of the heavens are analogous to the law that God has given us and implanted in Adam for harmony and symmetry and order in our lives and in our society. And so eventually you wind up with people like Neil deGrasse and Richard Dawkins, who say, if you really want to know what God is, just look at the laws of science. And that's all that you need. And they, of course, can never find reading the Word of God in a way that rejoices the heart. I pray that rejoices your heart.